internet. It is Thursday the 12th of October 2017. Quite some time ago I made an application to go on board a boat, a sailing boat with Sailing the Vagabond. Now that didn't happen, yet I'm finding myself right now on board a boat for a completely different reason. This man here, Danny Black, he's invited me on P&O cruise to Fiji. Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome.
Danny plays music on board this boat. We're going to have 17 days here where we can explore, and I'm going to show you all about life on board a P&O cruise. It's really nice having this kind of access. Danny Black is crew here, so we get our own sort of space where we can hang. If you look at this area, there's no other guests here. The guests are on top of the boat. You might argue they get a better view, but I'd rather have the privacy of our own pool to do our own thing. And behind me is the most spectacular city in the world, my hometown of Sydney, Australia. I don't have to show you that. You know how beautiful this is. This is a different perspective for me. I've never been on board a boat like this, cruising through our harbour. It's an absolute stunner. It's a gorgeous day. There's that really hideous building in Sydney that we've pointed out before. We sat on this point over there and we had a look at that building. It was hideous. It's still hideous. It's no more less hideous going past it in a P&O cruise. It's still a hideous building. While we prepare ourselves to go under this beautiful structure of a bridge, I want to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you to YouTube for bringing me and Danny Black together. This is a process that is... Yeah, a year ago I didn't even know this man. Now I'm here on a P&O cruise, driving underneath the Sydney Harbour Bridge on our way to Fiji. So over the course of the next 16 days, or 16 nights and 17 days I believe, I'm going to give you, the givers, an indication of what it's like to be on board a P&O cruise. It's also going to be slightly different to what a normal guest would, the experience a guest would have, because I'm here as a crew member, well, crew and friends. Danny has many friends aboard this boat, obviously. He's been here many, many times. He's just disappeared. He's got out of the way. Look at that. This is Alfie. Alfie's the second officer here. How you going, Alfie?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well. Nice to meet you, man.
And you?
I wanted to ask you, as a new cruising, you call them a cruise?
Yeah.
This trip to Fiji, is this kind of a standard trip that P&O takes?
It's pretty unique, really. It's a 16-day cruise. Normally, we tend to do 3 days, even 4 days, just up and down the coast. The Fiji Tonga cruise, we're only doing one time this year.
You're lucky to be coming with me, and I'm lucky to be coming with you and Danny, so I think this is going to be 16 days of very exciting, and I want to talk to you later about other things about being a second officer.
No
But
problem.
we got plenty of time on board this boat. Alfie's going to show us how the pilot, who also helps the boat leave port, how he disembarks a moving vessel. This is pretty interesting. Why do we need a pilot to leave the boat? Why can't he stay on the boat?
Unfortunately, he lives here, so we can't really take him with us.
I gotcha.
If we had another Australian port, it may well be that he has the license for that port as well, so we keep him on board. So what we'll do is he'll get off here, and then he could well turn around and jump on another ship straight out.
Right.
Depending on what his schedule is for the day. He'll be licensed to drive all different types of ships. He's got a master's license just the same as our captain has, and then he's got a pilot license for this port. So he will have had to do so many hours, so many routines, so many simulations, and then he would have had to practice again and again. He would have understudied another pilot before eventually he got his pilot's license. And that's why they paid a lot of money. Now
He's got to disembark this boat as we go alongside the smaller pilot boat, and then he's got to jump on another boat and do more work. Well, that's how the pilot leaves the boat. It's pretty interesting. I didn't know anything that even existed. There's something that's going to happen many, many times on this trip. The sun going down over the water, and you know how much I love a sunset over water. That's a sunset. That's the first sunset on this cruise. There's going to be plenty more of those. I hope you like sunsets on water just like I do, because there's going to be loads of these to be seen.
Are you lost? Let's go this way.
I'm already lost. This boat is very confusing.
It's a big boat.
I know we're on the
Watch out.
starboard side right now. I'm learning about all the phrases. Port is left
When you're facing forward.
when
it's
you're
left.
facing forwards.
And also all the cabins are on the even, which is also a 4-letter word, even, is on the port side.
Ah,
So there's even number on that side and odd number on this side.
I'll remember that
Yeah,
when I'm
because-
staggering back later on. So that's day one on board the P&O Cruise Pacific Explorer en route to Fiji. Now, I'm here with Danny Black, but I'm not going to show you Danny Black tonight because we've got 16 days on this tour and there's going to be plenty of chances to see what Danny Black does on board this boat. I hope I've showed you some interesting things today though. We've seen some pretty cool stuff on board this boat. The pilot getaway was interesting, meeting Alfie. The crew here on board this boat have been so beautiful and welcoming. I've just been told by some of the crew here on this boat that there's a very unusual phenomenon, and it's when the boat's at night and it's going through the water, it kicks up this blue phosphorescence and you can see it from the back of the ship. So I'm gonna go down there now and have a look at that. Oh, that's we're out of time! Oh yes, I ran out of time yet again. Thanks for checking out my channel, Gives a Minute. If you want to become a giver, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to give a little more, you can check out a previous vlog here. If you want to give even more, you can support me over at Patreon. And if you're a photographer, please check out my Lightroom 6 presets right here. Has that been 20 seconds? Yeah.